CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report.
Josh Allen making all the right plays, including with the speed. He's the leading rusher with 43 yards. Jonathan Taylor balling out for the Colts in his playoff debut. Back and forth, but Buffalo leads it at the half, 14-10, as we welcome you back to our New York studio and the Verizon Halftime Report. 5G built right for the NFL, only from Verizon. Back here with Boomer, Coach, and Phil. To the highlights we go.
Well, what a turnaround for the Buffalo Bills. 96-yard drive at the end of the half. But Josh Allen's doing it with his arm down the field to Stephon Diggs. But he's doing so much of it with his legs. This is going to be like a quarterback sweep. It's not there. Finds a way to throw it to Dawson Knox for the touchdown. And how about this? Moving around on the run to his left. Great job of just dropping that arm, hitting Gabriel Davis on the sideline. Quarterback draw. Indianapolis getting good pressure up the field. So what do? They call the drop. Good job by Brian Daboll. And then the quarterback read. Josh Allen, good cut, power. Indianapolis has done a good job putting pressure on him, but it's his running and movement that has been the difference.
And on the other side, Phillip Rivers in the first half, no pressure. And right here, you're going to see him in the pocket. He is going to find T.Y. Hilton. And then the star of the first half has been Michael Pittman Jr. Watch this again. Give a look at the line. The offensive line is giving Phillip Rivers for Pittman to go all the way across the field. He drops a dime right there on him. And then you're going to see again the time in the pocket, the anticipation. In this play right here by Frank Wright down the red zone on fourth down, it's an incomplete pass. As Charles Davis made mention to it, you have to question that decision if it comes down to a three-point game. And again, you see the comparison. One thing not lost there, as JB made reference to, Josh Allen has got 6 carries for 43 yards along with his 138
You know, when you're playing against the number 2 offense in the Buffalo Bills, you got to run the ball on your own offense, as evidenced by Jonathan Taylor's first half, 14 carries. He's got 40 yards. He's also got a touchdown. That's the 5th straight game with a touchdown for the young running back out of Wisconsin. Stay with them. They're eating up the clock. They've had the ball for 19 minutes and 41 seconds in the first half. You can take a look at the numbers right here. You know, if you ask me, you know, going for it on fourth down, that would be a questionable call about Frank Reich. But Phillip Rivers had Michael Pittman open. He's got to hit him there. That's what you're paying that quarterback to do. The play was there. The play needed to be made, and it wasn't made. But if I'm Indianapolis, what I'm worried about is my second half performances throughout the year. Their first half, they've been the 2nd overall best offense in the NFL. The second half, they've fallen off to the 27th best offense in the NFL. This is where I worry about Phillip Rivers in the second half of the Colts offense.
Well, go ahead, Bill.
No, I was going to say, I definitely would have kicked the field goal there.
Yes.
And from my perspective, because you're in this kind of game right now, and points are a premium, particularly looking at the score being 14-10. But I think, again, neither quarterback has thrown an interception. That could be a factor, as we've talked about. But it's been the legs of Josh Allen that has now made the difference in this game. For the pass rush, Indianapolis has gotten there, but he's gotten outside of contain, has extended these plays, particularly that last drive. You saw that.
Yeah, I think we all agreed we would have kicked the field goal. We didn't second guess. We first guessed it. But, you know, you say that, Bill. Indianapolis doing a great job getting pressure, blitzing early, which kind of surprised me, had success. And the Buffalo Bills, they have put 0 pressure on Phillip Rivers when you look at the first half.
You know, you said this thing about Brian Daboll. What he did, he made an adjustment through that first half because they were letting him get outside. They started coming up the field, the Indianapolis Colts defense. Then you call the quarterback draw right up the middle. Yep. And that's what happens when you have an athletic quarterback.
You guys are fired up, and guess what?
Yes.
We get to do this tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, Super Wildcard Weekend continues, and the road back to the Super Bowl begins for Drew Brees, that is, and the Saints as they clash with Khalil Mack and the Chicago Bears in New Orleans. Coverage begins at 4 p.m. Eastern right here on CBS and simulcast on Nickelodeon with our colleague that will be Nate Burleson.
You know, in regards to this comment, the game tomorrow, you know, Drew Brees is going to have all of his weapons back. Alvin Kamara is going to be out there. Michael Thomas is going to be out there. This is going to be a daunting task for the Bears to overcome all of that.
And for the Indianapolis Colts, I say in the second half of this game, stay with what you're doing. You're controlling the line of scrimmage. He's been snapping the ball with less than 5 seconds. You got to keep the ball out of Josh Allen's way. Get off the field defensively. This game could come down to who has the ball last.
Bill, good point. The weakness of the Buffalo Bills, they're not a big defense. They're fast. So what do you do with you? So, you know, they have one of the best offensive lines in football in Indianapolis. Keep running that football at them and shorten this game.
And here's a plus for Buffalo. They have never lost a playoff game when they're leading at the half. At the Verizon Halftime Report continues.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. 5G built right for the NFL, only from Verizon. Brought to you by Verizon. 5G built right for the NFL, only from Verizon.
Time in Orchard Park with the Bills in front of the Colts 14-10. Back with the start of the second half after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS, the home of Super Bowl 55.
History is made one play at a time. Who will write their next chapter?